UTV for any media general, despite and media. I don't know if there is anything between them. I don't know if Senanawo UTV now because there was something between her and her colleagues at the UTV. But the Omaya ne on the Ghana phone na kase oh a day sister no say you no ben wakoba na say day. No say akamfo ya ahoya o. Akamfo yen nenso baako aya hoya.
Me hu na nima na mesre not out of annihilation but factual. Mr. Mensah or a lecturer, banker, educationist, presenter, comedian, businessman, entrepreneur, like all the fabe BIA. I honestly me no be din komo and because the name dey kra no so or a lot to share with the world. Boss, afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is we have a call.
Me hoye.
So my no mo kra mo nti mo kra den say business be bia boko. Because the links emun komodie ba bia o si ewura bia mo na mura.
Yeah, here for now.
Wow, what hey one year of wedding gram.
The haircut never near cow.
Heck, oh, this but when they are making.
Yeah.
One. Baby, now two voice on radio. I'm himself. Oh, yeah, penny. Sanity, and like whom film like one year.
I'm telling you. We are here, and I'm 78. But anybody is many.
Okay.
I'm over 40, and life begins at 40, so I can safely say many. But everyone was a son. I am going to feel no, and I'm not here. Say, me ma, me no mo nyina no. Say, yeah, what do what ma? E depend on do what.
Okay.
Sorry ko, onko kura ho.
Okay.
Kan ho, onko kura ho. O de tra ha, no mo nkobo. Mrante o kaze, mrante na ebobo no. Na ayi. Well, it used to be unacceptable to me, but omoka no munum de omoka.
Don't find so ya mumu ya kokora.
Aha, o so na ho mre a aya na e fa o so o ye kokora ho because me say me so ansu am so no am ntimi nkosu because so me a wa na abeje me.
Okay.
We are na me tini so so nti be den den was aha. Now they just say obukura timi shia na ho meti na waje o.
Okay.
And me papa so head teacher and master ban ever. Oh, was it? No, go. Amponsah no, you should say back at me no na ka have.
That's what it. Okay.
And you know, I used to have that and then I'm trying to find that. But this time there are people mistake my voice for my age.
Okay.
You know, they hear your voice and it's like, I was like, Amponsah, sorry, why are you morning radio? You just woke up and you are coming from the house, it's early in the morning. In most cases, we don't even eat. I don't know about the others, but I can say that nobody has time to cook and eat in the morning, even tea before we come. So, we are minimum to me. So, normally I do get that kind of feedback a lot from people. But, I mean, if you're 40 years, or anywhere between 40 45, I don't think.
Do you believe in that? So life begins at 40. Sounds some no OJD.
Well, it's a saying.
Okay.
That again, because I ask them.
Begins at 40.
It's a saying. That again, was a assem.
Okay.
Oh no. The Bible says the beginning was the word, and the word. A assem. Because assem, nobody really knows where assem came from, but you are socialized with it. You know, it make a count as to whether or not it's true. Factually, life doesn't begin at 40. Life begins at somebody will say at conception, somebody will say at birth. So long as you are alive, no matter your age, your life has begun. But life as in life, abrabo, say obobra, time I would do now why penny and I would do penny for so now fiddy. It's all bobra. In Tibema about by 40. You will never go out here, you got to miss out. Now the Ben Abe warrior. Because you are 40, we got to move out. The Ben Abisica, we sit down. We got to move out. Go for the Ben Abe to be. We got to move out. The Ben Abe to be. So it shows that by the time you reach 40, you may have spent more than half of your life in school, so you'll be at same only school. You see when this because we start school at 5. This is quite a new 5. Me, my time, because my father is a teacher, I started before 5. And, you know, by the time I was 19, now we go school, 20 we go school, even 30, because my last school was when I was barely 2015, I was 34. So as even as at 34, I was still schooling.
No,
so when we were 34, and my mom was like, "Me say me my first degree now, me see me baby go school." I was that's how I go school. Why there? Where you cry? What I say? So a cliche be a cliche. It's there to as a benchmark. I mean, something to guide you. Say, once you are at this age, you need to put certain things into proper perspective. Right. Say, oh, baby boy, time on any, because we have barely 70, 80 years to live, which means to have it means the first half call, second half. Now, won't you share that means any Abraham crank.
Oh, okay.
That's my understanding of life.
Okay. Sir, anybody seen to say, because me go school and I say me will be busy so I want to achieve that before and then maybe we are social life do I maybe come abroad. Does it help?
It does. It depends on who. You know, now Opa a dako, yemfa camera and microphone and go streets.
Okay.
There will be many people who are go school or ma koni nyina ewie ekitikita degree mu first ne second year they did that. Na yemfa compare omo asabi bi omo any opportunity to have gone through the school ladder. So free hire babedria. Na here omo economic life. It will shock you that they won't come to school. No? So what any see in the business, oh yeah. Because when if you are 40, it means that you have spent more than 20 years in school. Or also no do 20 no, and no share business as a crana. It's likely that person could have more money than you.
What it seems.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, go school in a code where Abrabo Pania they are doing in the airport. Don't come around now, you don't or drop out from GHS now or starting business, you know. Go out and turn, maybe no starting no turn. My papa be a cigarette, padlock, stuff like that. Meet him in 15 years time, and now I was animal now on top. We say, Dubai, offer laptops. He's a businessman. I'm gonna just stores. I will pay it and Kumasi City Mall and places like that.
The American say, no say, yeah, I'm paying to why I call me private life. The brainers in school no be do so na ware ho abede.
Yeah.
E man me manyina.
Yeah.
Minimum wo side there.
Yeah.
Minimum so ware.
Minyam ware.
Okay. Nti hwe.
Yeah.
Em say school no di animu be bra. E ma sa de no. Ye bre.
School there Lexus share pair time be now a whole documentary on whether or not school is all that people say it is. Because say they work nya nonko. What you say grad they work aware. To make schools are na even the social life I affected. So no, because especially any free program to them. So tena kuru kasi mu ko school a uko nkuru gitu enu a one where you may not be able to mingle. Chere oh yeah we are by nature crasini. Eti minim se makoma grass and nya afa na me ko shoe. Akwaje the designer wear near that. We nya chele kura me de nante. Ishia obia mechi ni twi mu so the be ni pan be feel free and wakasa. Schools have its own nema bia sabi ukobia na hu no wanko wanko obi so tifie wo so sa se wonya ne hu nyina wonya ne mawiase nyama nyina kasa ne board nyina watobi ba de bia wakasa wo se en wanko school no ko school a offer e bia ko kra nka ntumi nya adwuma no enya sika no
madam bezen
kaka bebo etimi ha ma ne bi awarimu because oba won the sin so be ko school no ushia no in 20s na so be war na he likely so be kasa wo je wo ye de obeyewi
nso na ware ne wo hu sa de no
na se wonyini etiesa na the type now person ko be boss no on say any part of the world you know a man must be somewhere 5 10 15 years older than a woman so also go school yenya amanko or do 36 oh ko be 40 it means I can safely assume say the be man so bit ma be gina wonu ma pe wono the person must be 40 to 50 na 50 now also ko 40 na afa na mba wa na over pieces kwa mudi no school the mates ni be one say hey junior you came with grandma and granddad. Yeah, it's like that.
That's it. Now for ground almost okay. And also okay. Yeah, her life kakra. Men coach bebre.
Obet mako.
Ufen.
Mifri Jakubu.
Oh, okay, okay. Jakubu ya.
Ashanti region Jakubu. Jakubu ya Mensah Central District Capital. President Kufoba no District Capital. Before then na ye Amansie East. Na ye capital ye Bekwai. Asante Bekwai.
Okay.
Ndi Jakubu Bekwai ye said du ko Boase. Ena ye ne Antwerp Room Dubian mu nyina ya Amansie.
Manso Dubian
ni nyina ya Amansie.
Okay.
Ye in a right now ye Amansie Fifi. We are the central at the center of the Amansie enclave. That's where I grew. That's where I spent all my life. You go to schools now, or you secondary school crowd. Because when I was born, my father was a teacher already, and for me, he had always been a head teacher. I have never seen him being something else.
Doing any other teaching?
Yes, or no. Even yes, I was born in my father's hometown, a friend of Patasi. Oh yeah. Uko me district mo Pataso mo Buakwa and I'm Sawa Wabonso.
Okay.
Yeah. Inti me papa free Patasi. Free Patasi na okwa Buabu. Ufra Buabua na Ukujakubu. Me ma me so me nananomo ebetena Abuabu. Abuabu na yanta konfo free. So what ayanta konfo na busu mfie ne shrine na Abuabu. And my father is from Patasi. So we were in the middle of Patasi and Jakubu. So from Patasi, where I started school, until, I don't know, I think P3 to P4, we came to Abuabu because my father was teaching there, and my mother is also from there. So we came to stay there proper with my father. And Sana, maybe post secondary school. No? Then we came to Jakubu, our own, me, my and papa in our hometown in Jakubu. We came to stay there for me to school.
Okay. Young corner there. Regular line no I didn't come on. O can say me see I say I enter comfort na ade. Oh you Christian?
I used to be because I'm baptized. Me papa so no ye asopani Abuabu Methodist aso na nefe so. Enti o komundi ana say me asopani be dey
Christ inti.
Adeshe.
Okay.
We one just one. And Yamia Juma nefe. Oh, in fact, I remember all that. Hymns I to and all the bank one there. I can start. So my father was a Methodist in catechist, so but that's more or less a catechist, and I will be out here as a Kumaso in a different town or village. So he being a head teacher and school no much so naturally, and also a Methodist. On the facilities there. Or see in because one classroom can contain all of us.
Okay.
So yes, I was baptized when I was about 9 years. Okay. I remember all that time, even though now it's I make a photos to show. And Methodist had my I mean and the can say
that's go Methodist.
Me Methodist.
Now yes sir, you used to be a Christian. As if say what free.
Oh, me regular. Me call gidi me more almost 20 years me. Me will be as a considered do some class sorry Methodist quite much sorry a queria a quenumera Sunday upon me when you may be a Sunday then cry until will be at the family home unless it's cotton bedding the Wapujano and the Medias or not can say senior man or Quaco worry but say a normal Christian knows it's a pact between the person and his God or her God. Say I have to be in church Monday at dawn, Wednesday I have to be in church in the evening for Bible studies, Thursday I have to go for choir practice and stuff like that. I don't do stuff like that. And
I don't know how believe is what free Christo some year anymore because you know you see you wear just say now what free mentina me busa we no one thing is was it Sabre no to say yanta conform time era menim se bia ohunu se obi kobosom so ne ade a how are religious practices no said the omo fa no ene ne said ye say a Christopher a fa Christo som no pe so obi se me de me kokomfo ho how I would tie ne nhyehyeye did na ho fama shem ni said the Christopher te pe
enye pe da
e ho na ehunu sen
oh abosomfo wo power
Power as in
power. To me, and there's some aura be around them. Na say you na me I talk of one. Yes, be a minimum go. If feel namti.
Okay.
The man me no money especially in one of our last born, dependent on now he's a cop, he's a police officer. We were teenagers, boys. We eat together. The it's a whole big house. It's the biggest house in the village. And it's the neatest. We are privileged.
Oh, okay.
And everything about that place makes you pause and ponder. It makes you choose your words carefully. Even your movement becomes affected because it looks as if there's some extra eye watching you, even though nobody is there. You see? So, places will be no now. Wow, Philly. Wow, what's that something for us? Because it's been trouble for Yami. So, no, who baby, Yamia, na say, as soon as we finish Yamewa, wow, to me, I have to comport myself. And I can tell you even now, say, the way I'm going to comport to more Abusumfi as Nayanta Confufi and any Abusumfi in the country. No. It is not the same as the way I'm going to comport to more so there.
Okay.
Oh, that's it. Because I skating kitty bare chest here, my hairdressing, I can see any smart DNA accessories. I've been on the year just to go to church. So as Nipacrona, so some to know what want to put you at the same dress.
Okay.
It has always something overall or something more traditional to cover most of the parts of the body because most are about life natural and as one about life natural. So we are more careful when we go to the
so
the boy crowing in a Chimishembra. I have punching my hat. And they are bosom being pump punching. And pass of crying and punching. Maybe I'm in a making. No, come my name.
Okay.
Yes, because Abuabo and some other small towns around Jacobo and Amponsah Central have a traditional connection to Bekwai stew.
Okay.
So, some traditional laws be it is even more intact at our place than Bekwai proper itself. So Abuabo say we have such a unique tree. If I takowa. It is what it could be a takorasi and a takowasia. A takowa is very special tree. It can grow for years, and that particular one, according to sources, is more than 300 years. In my estimation, it could be more than that because it's always green. It's like an oak tree, so big. And
let's find a day now.
Oh my goodness, you will love it. There are some mrabi, but shebi dawa, and nobody is prepared to break it. Say, Nadia, say you Yamasuma Bana, Suma Beltino, Piano. They went my father said, the Apaya to a and they went my Facoso. Nasame, Fletcher Biana, Cotana, Chebia, Conforna, no, Nanamophobina, it may why no one meaning at the year drew at the Sanko for a bobby way crooms. I say, or Barton and so I won't be Obianson got an answer. Some woman, and also a Christopher, they are so on and no, near your cry, near side at Chename. Your guys are minion and I may know again. Oh, yeah, people are daring God left, right, center. All right.
Radio, and then I do very well.
My radio journey began in earnest when I was at the university.
Okay.
Then it was University of Education when back to Massacre. Now it is Akenton Apia Minka University of something. It has university. They be anything. So I heard. Na first we had here. The guys are not here for by over here program. No way they. My kind of also by here fear company program maybe kind of some talk show. Now we are na university in man. Or boss house. Hey, the university na me ba check me could do university na myself back masi. Yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
I in my first year, most public universities have radio.
Yeah.
So we have is it Link at Tech or Focus?
Focus, yeah, our tech. Link, our
KSC. And then we have
Mind FM.
Yes. I do not recall the full details because it's so long. It's more than 10 years. That was 2007.
Oh, the date near skipping. Okay.
I was in my first year. Matriculation done, other things done. Was it a meeting or something? Some meeting view, some gathering, and I was there. And I don't remember taking part, but I think the airport, So one senior, he's a Botarian, and he was one of our seniors. I was you, this guy, you have to be on radio.
Okay.
And how old was I? 2007, barely 26 years. So I was like, hey, away. Also, with the Mefro, and we exchanged contacts. So the next morning, I think it was morning, he called me, say, Mebana, and me, this is the anime crime on one day where I missed me make it time for morning radio because I sleep, menantem to mental and sorrintem. So, a friend, now they said, I know, because me could carry now my BBA, we have one once a me. And one morning, so newspaper review now, walk on. So, a friend, the only thing I could do was to brush my teeth and wash my face. And and I went. And our host was Ananichireme. He was not a student, and I think he was engaged by the university to run the morning shows. And to me, if anybody has somebody called Godfather in radio, I think it has to be him, because for whatever reason he just loved my submissions right there and then. I was supposed to appear only, I think, Tuesdays, but when I was other days now I will let us start to say. I say university, and I'm going to tell you what's there. And I'm so there's no here me there friend. Also near Abra every day. And there too we started at 6. So you come at 6, by 8 we're almost done with all the matters arising in newspaper reviews, and then I could go back to class if I had a class. So that was when it started. And it was quite unusual because in a university radio, even though it's for students, you don't just walk in and start performing or doing your thing. So when I was introduced, I think the station manager who works at the University Relations Office, Mr. Ibrahim Ato, we call him Bombs, he was on leave. So he heard of me from the house. And maybe he liked me, maybe he didn't, I don't know. Later he came to like me. But when he came, he was like, I've heard this question every morning. Now, my documents, man, the letter, they buy away.
Okay.
I wasn't there, somebody came to tell me.
Condemn me after Freddy. He's off for me. Me afraid you may do fear any. Me drain in a bread. I was in me gary before I met one. Made the move basis on my papa shower. Now, if it was a Sudan idea, oh, yeah, and 10 times no idea near being terms. They say no. I catch them, son, I did the midnight into offer rice. A boame. And more as I say, media offer rice, a mammy and salmon, and when ye offer material ready, maybe soldier, maybe basis one no. Minya twa rice cooker no 2 man say that's not me ba be me stew offer rice abusuan me kan form say enemri sabro ya e wo mu ide say ubedid mo no wadi mo papa ma ho atowo a e offer rice offer jasmine rice e wa America brochi me ne de abedu Ghana say wo restaurant o ye wedding program bi a wo ya ohia mo papa wani mu wase e mo a ebo ni me ni mobo ma e offer e ma me nsamo e offer Emami and Samu, OFA, Nipa Miansa, a offer rice and a moamidi. The offer rice na a wow. Ura kitchen have me, what has he see a minya bono papa no an just say, a jadem. Ducos Yaranam ne condemn ye shani a paya, near paya made that I will come near a offer, and no one needy. A moon webe wow, Ama Juma Ejina, a moon webe wow, Ama warrior Ejina say. O de offer, a ye mutu, o de ye watching, o de ye jollof, and one more. If ye de. If ye de, you come aduan ho, offer rice, offer jasmine rice, and mammy and salmon, offer jasmine rice. And you answer with Raconto Mubagana. A fee now bears a mashepo mo, and our morning so come na macram debi, a offer. Say US and our wife for number 001 240 533 1337. Ghana so I display was screen so. Ghana and I will pay offer rice now to aton. No one fast was the same one yet top pan. Offer jasmine rice. So 1 2 be anton over worker because we be a no busa. Only be or maybe 0594 349 928 0594 349 928. Offer rice. Emami and Samu. Emami and Sam. And one immediate. Me kwano no me twa atom edem
and the bombs are bow na no obusa say one application letter am application letter say me be my beg or say your honor before you start appearing, especially if you are coming to speak on there, you must be somebody who wrote, and maybe I don't know whether there was some interview I should have attended or not before cross and be microphone number. And I'm saying maybe. So I'm sure there was some. It may not be serious disagreement, but there was some, exchange between him and the host of the show. Say, and he wanted the right thing by letting me write whatever I have to write and come. And when he told me, guys, remember how they are, and then I won't cry. I didn't know because all my passion was to come and speak. If there was any money, I never received anything like that. So what is there to receive a semi-trader? So for some 3 days, there was that lapse, and I'm sure that 3-day absence, created some gap. With now where is this guy? Where is this guy? So later on, I was called again.
Wow, still on one drango.
You check there, pay the home there, and then come back to that. Yeah, it's allowance. We are 4 months near mine. And no grab 50 cities. Me so me teacher here, me war friends saying kakra every month. I didn't need those coins. To show for anything. If you like what I'm doing, if I'm doing well, let me do it. If there's something you have to add, add it and let me go on. I said Kotrebras are formalities, no. I didn't like it.
Are you ready to quit teaching, Anna?
Oh no. Teaching, yes, I went to training college. 1999 to 2002. Mampon Technical Teachers College. So I'm a professional teacher. And I taught for 5 years before coming to the university. So between 2002 and 2007, I was teaching at Adansi or around Obuasi area. First, my district was junior DBS, and later on, Kofok divided us. So I came under Formina. So it used to be, is it Adansi something?
Okay.
And then we came to Adansi North and South. Now near DBS Adansi South, Formina is Adansi North. So I came to the North. I taught for 5 years before I got admission to the university. And university is normally 4 years. It was somewhere in my 4th year, I was about completing. And Mikrum, Odotobri, we have a rural bank. Odotobri rural bank, the headquarters is at Jacobo. And I know almost everybody in the bank, from board to security man. And in all this while, even before I went on radio, I had been MC for people's weddings, some gatherings. But could be a McQuarrie. See, I'm a secretary, I'm PRO.
Okay.
And secretaries, I'm a brewum to Mente. With a PRO, as and when, as a Pabano, more from me, so I think the speaking part and ability to, talk in front of people, large crowd, if you know me, say I can do that. So it was the new manager. Then the then manager was about leaving the bank, and a new one had been appointed to replace him. And he felt he may need my service somehow. And along that time, he invited me about 2 times. One, they were going to cut salt for the construction of Jacobu Community Center.
Oh, okay.
I was at the university. Can you imagine? They wrote to me in an envelope, sealed, stamped, and addressed in my name to me. I received at the school. Say, I didn't have to reply. I just called the numbers to say, I will come. And I went to MC that particular sword cutting ceremony. And because it's my hometown, I don't need a list of anything. Except a few invited guests. And also the owner band, and some 3 weeks later, they invited me again to come and host their annual general meeting. And that was November 2011 or so. And that too, it was a weekend, Saturday. what am I doing here? And a poor, so the man was like, oh, you can do something. And we were more or less friends because he had stayed in our place for quite some time. And baby, what tenants, you know, Bruno back, be a chico, don't name me, come on, auntie, because he, oh, some food, I was with the teacher, you, room of prayer. The much the teacher, near maybe who I more bank. Oh, quality teachers in that Noyaka. No, no idea, bank, school, ben, or Koya, or Baba more bank. And he was like, Mensah, you don't need to be a what a banking school there. What is a school be a fair banking school? There's nothing like that. You have some ability that will be applicable in the bank because the bank is about opening a marketing department, and if you are willing, we can put you there. And I said, okay. But as at the time he was addressing me, you know, now the department was not created and all that. So I came back, but then I mean, project work, final one. So I came to do the final touches and left. The Mohona, national service, the open blah 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 postings near their day, and Mekatel say, the day. Also, and that didn't cry.
And van to your
Far in the bra. Na Fawudini or national service on my some special code be. Na me ma note to be na call NSS regional office. So we went there. And no crowd can't say anything. Me try to na kukudo sa pe go for ba ko me no bia. Me na mo for almost in your home me ura say. Okay. O me enka ho. Took their names, came to the regional NSS office, and they facilitated for us say e be kwa koye national service at the bank. Okay. You know, when you go to a private organization like that, the NSS doesn't pay you. The organization pays you. I think they even give some subvention to the NSS. So instead of being hired straight as a banker, I was hired as a national service personnel.
Okay.
And even though it sounds small, I started as assistant marketing manager.
Oh, okay.
Because by then the department had been created and a boss had been hired, who was my boss. He taught me how to wear coat proper. But even then time no coat be a measure. Say na coat in a different suit Jamaican you. Mr. Isaka Rashid. I always admire. He even taught me how to drive proper. Okay. Me question as here na after my service no, then they streamlined me and I became a banker. So even though I work at a bank, I'm not a banker. I still call myself I'm a marketer. I was in the marketing department. If you ask me about balance sheet and blah blah blah, I may not be able to tell you much. But how can we sell this bank to the world? That's what we did.
Okay.
And just about 1 year later, we even won a national award.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Baby, I'm do best, you know. Or Mind FM, no. Unya approaching be a cost station be ansana and I know she our pure.
Oh no. Oh no. You know, university people who know that we are a student. Who's here?
Don't go radio be other.
Poaching.
Yeah.
Nah. Even though I've had several experiences with some stations, especially Capital Radio, and for Miba Kumazizi, Akuma FM to Tony Best. Tony Best is my friend, and Tony also used to work at Mind FM.
And son about solid.
And son about solid. About KFM, I was doing that. So I knew him from there. Even when I was there, he wasn't a student, but he was one of the finest broadcasters then. And I loved his show, especially the way he spoke. You know, he has this smooth voice, English and Tree, or kind of and Tony took me to Akuma FM with myself, my friend Bonshika of Hello FM, and Kwekwa Tupan. That's where I met Tupan and a few other guys. We used to go and help his program, Entertainment 360 on Saturdays. It's a whole 3-hour program. We did that for almost 2 years.
Oh, okay.
It was around that time, but then I had Capital Radio, about 2 years of Capital Radio, not as a worker. I used to go there to present as a panelist and all that. And then Honson Mikushia, Michael is Mills,
okay,
who is the friend say. No, that's not what I say. Oh, sir, constituency friend say. Stick a constituency no.
Now we're going to
or no, he used to work at the oh no, we Rebecca, you don't know.
Yeah.
So I met Isel also there. And Capital Radio, there was this program, The Other Side, with Kosi Asise, the main man himself, was our host. And he would assemble myself, my brother Papa Isonabua, Tangwam Nabari, Combien Strom Tuaka. Combien too had a stint with PFM before he left for the UK. And if a host of others, Nana was said for, we will also meet every weekend. Ours was more or less like news file, a whole 3-hour solid program. But we were not so focused on politics as in news file. We looked at, of course, it's called The Other Side. We looked at, I mean, things that we discuss normally, no. What are the other side that we don't share that discuss? That's what we did. So,
moving to POFM, and I Mr. Dinkran discover what the letter am I to say?
Nah, I mean, letter in radio there. I'm not sure say the normal practice in Ghana because
what the letter kwa unya.
Now, who na the letter? A letter kwa doesn't come around go to. It was Isel. Michael is Mills. I will never forget. I will never stop mentioning his name. He you know, they used to have Bresusem on
Bresusem.
So he was Professor
Dr. Amache
at the Mensah. And Doctor. He used to be called Doctor, but now he's a prof. And then PV and Dr. Frank Sribo and Kojumafo, the voice of the voiceless. And no, those seniors used to come. And Isel was one of the panelists representing MPP. So I think for whatever reason he was engaged sometime. Now Nyamba. And no problem combien back a fine. And sana combien so two kwa no. Now I said Negabo no yada. So one time he called me and said, because I have this show on Saturday at Pure. I mean to me go. But since Kabit ma kwa mamia. Oh minimum say even though your politics there, but if you want to, you can. And minimum say, oh, concern, if you are betting me a Kabiama MPP guy cry. Because yes, I'm MPP, even though I don't show it much. Bye. But unfortunately, no. Maybe not topics now, that particular month as some maybe 3-4 times. Then I around Galamsey.
Okay.
And the MPP now makes me free, I'm as central. Now, Cobra Forest now, I can see a
okay.
And I had, you know, I've been there, I've seen it. You know, now my submissions on the subject, you know, weren't so much in favor of the government.
Because all can yet see the attendance way, yeah.
The attendance way, yeah. Sometimes BC was one way, you know, on the year interministerial committee on small scale mining. As I did, almost a cloning now, so I didn't spare them on that score. It's now representing them in the name of MPP, you know, was becoming something of a problem. But around that time, and I think Mr. Dinkran, he's a business manager. He listens to the show as well. So he may have heard me there and was like, what better? So along the line, he says, we wait to my bar Friday mornings. Okay. Because, you know, Kojomafu used to rep from Mondays to Thursdays. And because of hammer time, Fridays, the morning drive is cut short by about 2.5 hours or so. So Mr. Dinkran wanted me to be part of him for the 1.5 hours I so why not? And that
was it.
And I think say starting more now. Even if you don't know, you can learn. And when we have great people like that, learning becomes easy. So I don't think I've reached yet, but I think I've learned a thing or two, and now I've become almost a regular person on the radio as well.
Radio and TV more so one age television. Set transfer will be feel baby baby. And boy, no be share her crown. Presenters and almost start tape on your money. Sure. They be a film, they be a count on there. You know about my ground.
Yeah. The Empress.
Yes, or no from I remember Kesiwa Radio. Radio.
Yeah.
94.5 then 2007-8 na oya juma yeah me ka ono okay Kwame Usu answer from GCR first answer na or movie call and one radio bio and I'll call I think my brown about Fox down some recall here and do the enfango see UTV as same yeah people believe say not on your media person don't know a media friendly because of their acquaintances she's got with the media people.
Yeah.
But no on your regular ABA. Until UTV man platform supported her almost guiding man all the tutorials. There is this particular word that I want to recall. Like no, not mentoring. Oh, come on. Yeah, orientation.
Orientation,
yes. Enti omo man ni nyina na watumi aye adwuma no. Omo chese wadi sikachi eko. Na the staff and as presenters maybe on radio blast it. Side way here na eko because menti bi that it started with Efia Pokua. Ekotena brochi na oye program.
Yeah.
Na Kwame Nkrumah kese mo ne Kwame amomo start here. I didn't want any pan if there is a problem in house, you know, I'm solve it. But on radio, Emma will be at TV. I'm the I am Brown and so. Nekofa by and Sunny anyway.
That's a way the young one. Oh, now what say I come for ya? I come for ye nurse bako. I am hoya. Lex, ye na fifi, ye cry, who tell me. Okay, maybe fast me channel 1 year. Dear boss of Pepe, Brown Jam. Unim bobo pa, beard so in bobo. Oh, bobola, Yabaho, Park a super, a qua, any born, any question number. Ya trauma on a wobbesim.
Okay.
Ochina, main room is so, Nan Casabia, Yabatunum. Namen got to me, dear, bo cry, yes, if you are in Nipemu cry, fear, and then you me bolumber to name to be a DHT. Me, I'm a timid trim seven, you to you. And yet the cry, the craft, ain't no room at the end of the day, but minimum to I think of bonus and mammy. The part tomorrow who got any interview, no pair one on name, on Peso between the monocra, because I'm here, no to crash and lumber, not in a rubber star. Well, Miss Anami Hono, UTV for any media general, despite and media, I don't know if there is anything between them. I don't know. If say Nana UTV na because there was something between her and her colleagues at the UTV, but the Omaya ne on the Ghana phone na kase oh at the sister no say you no ben wakoba na say I am not surprised. I don't think say Nana Ayebi Boni bia. I've read some few articles from very serious people. Mr. Mensah is a music producer. He's an engineer, if you know him. Freche. Yeah, he has given about 2 or 3 articles on that, and they are all as simple as the matter: a job progression. I mean, we all aspire to be somewhere. I don't think that anybody deserves to be stuck anywhere forever. No. Nana, so on your broadcasting today, or broadcasting and broadcasting, and as a actor, I think I won't go through a nafty. Now go watch radio or nafty another day. No. Me am a follower, na me pass me who 1 point be on make us a dear winty. Nana manya dear.
How much is a Onyanensa problem?
Yeah.
Father Dixon man $10,000.
Father Dixon has a UTV.
Sir, Father Dixon a UTV in Father Dixon.
But you say Father Dixon the man at 10,000. And your UTV the man at 10,000. You get it? It could be said Adam for the India. Ebi Kran, when you're doing Okrana. Father Dixon is a very good man. Never a man crop and you've been $10,000 dollars. And you've been $10,000. Dr. Father Dixon is sure no crown. It to me, yes, I operation that. Okay. So what? Is Father crying? No. I mean, so what? Is Father Dixon crying? Or you're an man, no more. Almost I'm born to be towards I was a man with you, to me every other. Look, and then you feel a housewife talk. He shouldn't have even come public because Father Dixon and Nana passes a public and can yet be attention Rebecca. And I know that Nana will always have some opportunity to thank Father Dixon someday. It doesn't have to be on the UTV platform. I no crowd can't cry any day. What to all your on as a man 10,000 over Nana society. Ubi crow her show. And now only her crown or Nana say. And Anama is a grateful person all her life because she's one person who never forgets where she came from. I think there's when you're madam for sir, even though the last birthday I was in the house with Mr. Dinkra, Eunice, and Hammer, but I don't even think she knows my name. She can't remember me. Of course, or no, she did that the other day. But I have admired her from a distance, and I think she's an inspiration to many people. And there was a time I walk around was a problem near the other day. Nana made it public. And the struggle now is public record. And when you have the celebration is a public record. She did well at UTV. And the minimum do okwa wunia. But the broadcast you may be. On my uncle, na yemo papa and damage. As I against one of Monte, only maybe on social media, ASU against supporters union. Indeed, Asuna or more Aswa UTV in the how long are they going to do? By the end of the month, they will stop talking. Even right now, I think that they have stopped talking. And Anna is going to continue with her work. I wish her well. The others, they can
now smart scene. And then Omo UTV and I say despite media and and Semama one also about a fight you almost say or crowd coming chromatic say oh no, Mammy Modin assume a sibling ka oko foul bow kemu ko oko foul bow garage Sunny money you know about
smart in the day by
Omo despite media and almost 2 Java.
Maybe I don't know who me program now I adore no more. Now because we be our no more adore. Honestly speaking, because in Tennessee, Larry King now Oprah cry the Jai come every crank here most no and your fanfare no more. In fact, it was a little bit too flamboyant.
Okay,
it's not normal. Say ordinary we grant transfer as a day. What try wa hali edo kwa will be Nigeria man or come before. Why the fanfare? Why the pageantry and all that? But maybe who am hey smart when there's something to revive himself because smart for some time now. Passing care answer. So
I mean,
which serious person still listens to smart these days? Oh, I tell you that.
Serious person
be no bit captain. Smart at you. It's in oh yeah. Tinana mabai na amawonya grounds be as I
didn't know they
fine. But I think say some matter with the nkesi.
And also about on almost
about so we told you ma as I now ma kra na be so ma fan se dua. Just so now the pie kwa bonten. O kwa no mo kwetwen ade we ho amana kosi say. O yes na mo say brand. And I think say do there maybe I don't know much about media general but at UTV I think say Kwame Despite will have to put his foot down and say enough is enough. And that say smart no be so around here. Or only here as and obet ma.
Ada na ohun so ni here.
Oh, Lex. You know me new me cry the media no cry go for time for me fan. But ade bi wo yes say o yere wo zam bebria yebum. So what somebody like Kevin Taylor our US. Somebody like there was this guy at Joy FM those days. Their friend I took him na is it Dazi? Took him na Dazi na. Yeah. Oh, so I have no okay. Some cute guy. Me kind of President Muhammad time. O de papa top sa and right now he's no longer here. I took him I don't think he's in the country. But I was trying to imagine. Say, who didn't patema? If you don't even know, who never be in a temple. I could be a friend of Jonas. Also, all Shassian, and I'm saying, I know here near a Hoyantino. So we do be at a man, I'm saying to me in Panatem, so who will be there? Some memo will be one. Yet the annual by Sabaco support to you know, and the Jigenus were. Why no? I feel the free politicians who Ghana having who will be a Kevin Taylor, and now Jonas. And now Captain Smart and more entering time for Mensah Monko. Omo di omo nyina atem we na adan me te search no as eba be the chief mama tana so I honi pa mo chief mama o yare what is ono to we minim so tegampo maintain ano no brofo da maintain ano no chi da maintain ano no ganda na Arabic ya na o kan be Arabic so enye no na we ye the constitution o gwa godina tem say like you say chief mama o mo isi jana so o there you know the man is over 100 years old. He's a national treasure. One penny once and back. Some I know some few gramophobia. They are so humble. Say, what the bonnet Tataran Grana? Any Papa, what you about this? What is Abu Bensuda? Minkai, Minimpo. It's Ugo didn't attempt say on your day. Because not what him, also Opima, Opima, what the Amponsah or Mabaconiatem. What the parliamentarians own them and not 10 years, criticize or yan the incompetent yan they do. Sabi, where's I don't want to repeat them now. What you saw my warm at the first ladies, former ones, current ones, female politicians, pastors, pastors' wives, pastors' children, footballers, actors, actresses, newscasters, media for graduate, and one using maybe. Also, we told quite one of the Patasia Street here. I will trophy and you maybe or China go to you as I was a fool, what to say. Or Frewa, some was as a higher fool. No, I know that. Of her fool. Fine, what I want to call me and it's a fool man. Maintain baby. But would you tell me when you be in a team? And I want your followers are. You must satisfy them all the time because I know teening or no something new at you cannot go and repeat the insults where in the last year and then and achieving them. If you want to maintain income, you say, oh, that's really there. Look, Captain or more they were, championing some cause, but I think they or more man overboard. A overboard, na yepata wa na one pattern, na opima. Esa na unya obi ama no e me krokro present wa na be baby e de ho alata it's hana me hunu for about 6 months in the Captain Smart. I don't hear of him honestly. Sane viral videos getting kra wa nko onua TV kra obenya no WhatsApp so me nya bia che entina na amasem ya bai na e pese ekọ no wo se ono de afi no ba be so mu de na se policy no kan nyina ewie akufa da tem nyina wo de ama na wie Mahama de odi na tem for all 8 years and we vice president cum president nyina it won't mean sanko this anko for na tem you it say afi no wonya UTV ba be dem mo a UTV mema ho e bia mo de o ne begin
president ankasa ono de emfa so onim the ethics e fa djuma no ho se otimi ka se ma sorry president the ministers obi a oye na djuma o believe say enkoye ono emu o attacking personally e ne kwan so because we believe say we are the fourth arm to the government. We are the we advocate for the masses. Inti or can I do not champion for us? Any kwan so.
Oh, unim. Media ethics. I've not read it. I'm not a schooled media person myself. I don't call myself a journalist. I call myself a social commentator. But in a kind of munim boba in okay. So no, munim kasa in Lex, yeah, I can fall. It's with yes, no abre.
Oh, okay.
Now, as a cow, we are old one TV as no be coda. Seno says a remote engine and some neck of TV now. It's me payad the car because we are the whole. Oh no, but I don't know what you know. He's so peeved about it. Say, when you're young, go better team go out to I think it got to a time, a lot of them became quite irritating, very, very irritating to the extent that they lost the essence of the matter they wanted to talk about.
There's Bobi Ansane Mugabe mo. Kasemu no wo. Na watrasem no.
Ama de here. So no, me brother was who di Hawaii who here. Say say ma oganyina no. Emfa kwem na Kufuado man no. Who go di ne ba na tem say waye wo den. So no, but sir na make I don't know. I don't think it's proper, whether or not it is in the ethics books or something. Not. We are cultured human beings. Okay. We should know how to behave. We should know how to talk. Me, I'm a very serious person. Who is I know? Because I do it here. But we are getting here all our lives. But me, to continue. Sa abua kwasia hotantania de adene de. I keep it to myself. Yeni hono, ye kasri. Yeni zebeka kwasia and can say between mema. And no, bugai was your phone, mammy, your call. Even though it's not the best of language, but every other society you go, they have some terms and penifone say brunika shit utimi in the baso say we are granted fuck utimi say hey junior go to your room and sana wakasa asem no saa na enso ha aboa na ade nyina no enye normal say kind president of Ukraine and ade but it has become part of our talk. But for you to make it your vocation as a wadwuma ne say odo be sori anopa so be tutuntuma no wo sha hinema no wa de a sha hwe no tuntum wa sha chaka ho ana say twini Jonas unam Abutre street na wo de baby a wonam no say ho is fitiro say krovimfio wo di air to kro ho egu kro ntantantan panyin say obi en wo de nsa bonkum e kire ne papa ekro mu kwan so no you with time you lose the essence of what you ever you wanted to achieve. And you can bear me witness, all of these guys, I don't think any serious person pays serious attention to them anymore.
Nema tu na ye de enkomo no e bewie na ya be hwe social media handles e be nya follow ni ade. Honorable Kennedy Japan.
Yeah.
Do you believe sir or you're the best person for the country? I wouldn't say for the NPP because people believe say onunya be di NPP anymore. Obetimi break the 8.
Well, those who say that are entitled to their opinion.
Okay.
And they have reasons to believe that, and I agree with them to a large extent. Because if I had him for a president, I also love it.
Okay.
Especially for his straightforwardness, authenticity. Ken is one of the loudest people in the country, but he's quite authentic.
Okay.
It may be a tremble. I think at that time, no, NASA and my microphone, no, I will follow it, you know, maybe I don't know, kind of baby. Say, the TV should not be time for beer now, Nipa and your fan. No man, demo, no man, that was then, na Sankofu, president, we super, we know, super, no super. I think that for some time now, this is from there, and it's a hundred in low mask.
Oh,
but consistently.
Or attack a soft form on the
Mama being in the I mean, if you're honorable member, you're honorable member. So honorable, it's in the any title.
Okay, you don't obey, you know,
and then I push your now wouldn't know what you saw.
Okay,
because honorable no Canadian.
Okay,
so that's it. So, me do questions and what you have now, Quasi, Nazi, not an Abraham Quasi, honorable. Oh, my honorable Ben, so now Beth said Ben honorable. I call you honorable because of what you do. You get it? It's, you know, the way I was in Nantia, the way I was a chair. I was able to train him and chair and be like Miss Ghana for you. So that's it. Now, only been a chair. I am out for the idea. I'm not sure so if you're not an number, obey the actual. Okay. But Pia Bontia, I was said to be CIA. Look. Somebody define maturity to me. What is maturity? It's nothing. Maturity is your ability to act well in public. It will not
even problem crowd.
Yes. How you act well, comport yourself, compose your near the other bed, and then you're mature. And you come 60 something. Now, but you know, did not afraid of her now he is here. Obi a crack no Benyiba, I did it 10 times. Akran is justified. Why? Because at your age, you don't have to, behave the way you are behaving. So,
the honorable Barry Mammo, who said Piamono, and no more nice and your maturity upon the grey hair, maybe piano.
Debbie.
Okay.
Don't know. So tired, the Atemian to Kohunum to Quail and then Yamao. But can be the best for the country if he had no party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Call independent.
Independent won't win it. Even what's in the party won't win it. He still needs his own party or the NDC to win. And I'm not sure he can cross Capes now. Because cross could way. Mahama and out of engagement this time. So no. So the best he has to, if like materialize his dream, is to keep with the MPP. But honestly speaking, I don't like the way he treats the party. I don't like how.
Don't you think so? Yeah, no, you're honest.
Honestly,
I had been was a party say million to men kind so to me and the Osani.
Oh, but one can own you and what the other never can reduce. Oh no. Men I'm in Winya. Men I'm married my photo. My friend Miaka and a mentee and I was one I can maybe crank. Miankas are main own
NPP about power.
Yeah.
Way more NPP or NPP for contract. Yes, some more their common NDC.
Yeah.
Or can we ya? And yet, and no crying or
no, God, no, God, no, God, what told you, and it's no money Ghana for and I want to be a
but when him said I'm a party, some
I mean, contract, your partner, the contract name, buying the contract name.
Okay.
So a partner to a partner to a full movie. All the MPP and I send this phone that we that. I drive a crowd. So, no, offices in I won't hang for them. See, no, they won't be no more. But if you are in that game, you should know that you need your team. No one player can go on the park and say, I am Messi, I've won this, I've won this, I've won this. So this tournament, look, the other time I was sharing this on radio. Peter B said all the right things in Nigeria. He organized the right people, which is the youth in Nigeria. But he got the least votes among the first three.
The way I know.
Because politics is not about the individual. Especially Democratic Party politics like this, you need a party and yourself. You get it? So, who raise about the rest there? You go alone.
Okay.
So, Peter Obi was part of the PDP. Or say Emunye said Ken can find the MPP win. Nanka Ken Akoye Peter Obi the was my break away from MPP. Makoti UPP the Obiati, the VPP, Vim Patriotic Party.
Okay.
He will lose. He will even get what Hakosi Indu got back some 8 years ago. Unya. And that's exactly what happened to Peter Obi. Why you want free PDP? So it means between you and Atiku, the Nkobere no, Sabo to Namoche, Ebema APC, Eberene, with or without Bola Tinubu. And look, Tinubu was old, weak. People think he's not even healthy, and others are saying, yeah, it is not because of his money alone. It's not because he's old. It's not because he's helped so many people in the past. I think it's because of the strength of his party. Because the APC and the PDP is like MPP and NDC in Ghana. Tinubu won simply because his party was not divided.
Okay.
Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar lost because their party was divided. If you cannot divide the party, which I know cannot dare to divide, I don't come into also be a good party. That statement in internal. So the nomination form to one vetting committee. The best MPP for. As I know, we just at the vetting out. If you can threaten us to kill the party, even when you are not the president, then it's already president here. Then I would make a good party not for in your own name. You get my point? Yeah. So he has everything that the Ghanaian youth are looking for. But so trusting Ghanaian youth too much, said the Peter Obi trusting the Nigerian youth too much.
Musicians,
he may lose. Nanado campaign in 2008. Oh, when he push now, he looks to me say now we're against the party in the Wanyewi. Some celebrities be in the system. They are not necessarily MPP or NDC, but I will sway them to my camp.
They are fully crowd.
It was the musicians and they rally. Some of us don't know how to vote. Because musicians will take one open on your binti 6 days, 6 nights, or hey baby, a puno no the bay and you never know. And I never to have a great mutual now on my price. But now, no, the way Wuta, Pabra, women know how women are nowhere. Thinking so, we be Satan no easy.
2008, they far no,
so there's always
a call time. The call run off for time.
Time has a 22
David,
2 we don't.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised. You see, I feel that time when you can go president. Time was strong good. Time was strong good. So if Ken organizes himself well, especially with his party, because the floating voters in there, we can comfortably say here, sit here and say, can beat me sweep. But also piece of floating voters, no when you call base now and come one or then once you form.
Wow. But comedy,
yeah.
Eberemu say, and comedy in Ghana, saying Ghana for fun at the same because here the Nigerian comedians now, say they are making it. There is this guy, new champ there, and he's doing exceedingly well.
Yeah.
Ghana, they're comedians. But you don't know a comedian.
Young, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, people like that's all we interest no. That you're comedy. But my fact credit to him we on record. Because even though I know I'm funny, I can make people laugh. I've held the microphone since I was a boy. I've hosted so many social and business programs, even cultural programs. 6 March Independence Parade, I was MC. I've been MC for annual general meeting for not just my bank, several other banks. I have been MC for BT pageant. I've been MC for. I even hosted another when he came to our campus.
Okay.
And when Park Kosindum came, I was the host. When Nana Konadu Ajima Rollins came, I was the host. It was from my question that made Nana Konadu answer that she will contest as independent NDP flag bearer.
Yeah.
Because I said President Muhammad, and then go for Bona, but no one to me. The campus, yeah.
I know.
And I asked that question. But I had never in my life put myself out there as a comedian or anything like that. So radio number Atupa, especially you call Akuma FM, and Atupa is according to the convener of Kumasi Comedy.
Oh, okay.
Because most of the shows he's there. On the Shetri, the background works in. He was like, Maza, basement aba, in basement at the Kumasi City Mall. It's underground car park. Now, more person Monday comedy biba, comic Thursdays. Last Thursday of every month, a comedy. In fact, I went for the first 2 and didn't perform. I was there because the manager then was my mate from business school at K University, and also a very manager Ben.
Okay.
Yeah. From the one I call train exam. me mean no ni. A transa come say so Ben was the manager and I love going, you know what I mean, I love pubs. And I was like, okay, the entrance in there, the boys in the na, see Binia, yeah, thanks no. And on cry as I maza. I said, oh, they were council and also my command and Caribbean to Medio. So it is, I think, the third episode that I said, Mammy, so if I'm a joke back from the but my worry, name I mean, tiny comedians say, and my father say, I have to come and crack joke. And I tell people, I don't joke. If I am telling you something, unless the guy is a quote which can be assumed say and okay. It's not a joke. Say my head that transit track can't mention mama na be yesrama. Everything I tell you I was reading na dear me my fam life experience either from afar, from near or from within. So my worry was what of my experiences will be funny to the people available. So I resolved say I don't have to sit down and plan and write because normally so be invited to say my friends in my I again say oh some crowd be in your mind. It's me kwa me start to say over corner chairman no cry my so starting as a chairman it is what church go them say after be Mr. Chairman say I'm a bumpire chairman mind won't share so you have to put whatever away. Look at the situation you are in now. And if you can do something with it, you have to do with it. And that comes easy because I'm a professional teacher. I was trained for 3 years to teach. And sometimes you go to a class and children are 84, 70, 60.
What you know, domain?
What you know, domain? You know, one quarter no more. Where does it meet? Sorry, I say. So what is the big deal? And I think my first, second, and since then, it hasn't. It's always nice.
Me hear comedian now. Yes, call university. Obi you know, on far about that who now be who.
Yeah.
And on our personal day, our
every.
I know what I'm saying.
Oh, what I come with every man of ground. That don't buy virgin trunk over whom. Or buy virgin better came front seat. So town we say, yeah, Ocono Gracia and Obeya, who's not more than seen it too. I'm got you. What you know, when you call. Maybe I say, oh, yeah, no,
okay.
Because for whatever reason they think say if yeah we okay no so we fine boy ha no boss no o boss na ono kra anya say osuro say obi rip no osuro say o boss na wo hu asema won ka
okay
I was a nurse for a virgin for no
okay
so na no why by say
and the mom you for very rigid
wo hu no onye no kra until say
onye comfortable
until say bia obetumi dem komo ahye ne kakra mo hu but male virgins there omo dress ni nyina na kire ono o policy baba na fine one policy are fine the cambu no ahora fine wo horo ya fine between fu are fine fu ya fine wo hwata ade ne color combination na o dey na o sebo the zara man horo be gaza gwa we will dream never
okay
so it's a life experience met them a man who promise because baby up be my own sexual pressure
oh okay
do mo nya wo ze obetima bad dem ya be TV me say me huhu me bodies wa anya wish wa me bo me to a what na obetima so say be je kotokoko bra me enchi
the man na omo no fa ma da on campus ne ya na yes masma omo oh okay
you go hata man ne mama no man is no hata John say we
no that John say oh okay
oh say go for chance because there was only obi a hard because
obata no
ono na
ono so alive here
no ajata da ni ase kaka is edwa kwa
okay
so
okay
that is very practical
okay
and if you have taught
and all council obi a no related I don't know what will be
and the whole crowd was laughing because wow. It's like that
comedy to your Ghana.
No, it doesn't pay. I always feel for the organizers. I feel for them. My good friend Atupa, I keep telling him the you know, if you want to organize, maybe you have to sit up and do organizing proper, and you don't even have to perform. Just focus on organizing, because as performers and organizers, it's even twice demoralizing. Was we have bra officer we wura Kumasi ne ade be call radio tour or trial ticket and I was na kan fon so no ya do ye hunti no ya na I was see ati say wo ye show na me nya 3 tickets free or one can one po 3 free ade ba ko 100 cedis me fa 300 Ghana ma me yenko be ma onyo ba kra me hu se bia to abodo no gu nje ne bia da je me za be kan be ma me to agu ne ma ko so no wo hefa So no. Obeso to me bakura no abegina gate o. Ah, what the photo natural. Wa ho akwa we. No fashion no. Fere mama.
Oh, that.
O ba wo fa the V8. O ba ante kura ma bi o, un mante o fa yire. Already on bo se me awada. Wa fa asomasifu yi be se 4 asa aka ho. E petikita mo nyina abewuram
because the offers no.
Because the offers no. O kwa no amount 100 cedis. You are ticket ni ba ko 100 cedis. O de nipa 5 na ba o ka 6. Eti that nema nketinketin
menena kwa sorry menena
ah nadano open suato no nyana man obi
no problem
you know ese me money 50 cedi ticket free I think say hono akakakra ena kumase so ya na dwupie so ho na kakra sa anye ade a afa ne se bia wo ko program ana ya invite na ofa no say onka ho tie yi na obeboa no ho amfa no ho bibia akọ because ya invite no ayefro obeboa no ho akọ kama because ya invite no outdooring obeboa no akọ because ya invite no bibi ko so okrom ede ade dada kedi ba dada kedi sa enenwum de edo eno an
owie
o maybe ade cha no afro na dada kedi program no e ko say na o sometimes ye na etako utu ba to ko head ah na mo ba concert na mo ko meet no mfa because obi a wo ba you know music concert na kabana smith ya wasa fa bag bi kita na jo say no na so ready as a PTA meeting you see o na say one sa ono so one nom sa kra na bere ni so amana say we a wo begina ni wasa je moto de yatu actually means we na ni kum na wo nom kakra adam ka chem say sa dia we sister am why senke nya no any of the Caribbean coast na dia and the whole place and even South Africa that's why everybody is a dancer in South Africa. Music moves. Come as what my music concert. Me panic dynamo perform. No one was 800. One more 600. I don't get it. And places.
As I was sakura when inte.
Aha. Now then watch me that turn. I'm hearing back. When you just stage so tete. Maybe the form. He said me to me home. Here say nipa. Oh, I've been to shows. Kinata came. Dada Kidi has come. This gentleman, Kumo man, African child. African I never miss his shows. Obakono. Especially the way no
Sapphire okay
Sapphire is so big as you know we really don't want to dance. Meanwhile he's a very phenomenal performer. I don't know why you can sit in his concert and not dance unless they be injured but you go there and people would rather be using their phone to film him and be sitting down there. No, I don't do that. So I know more there in comedy no.
And I say ade be ya ne se wo ye o cracky jokes na obi nsere
me me tanya wo me cracky joke obi ansere da ba me hu bi
hu se be serious as
obi got me gaze na comedy de sengo aso no meka na comedy oba sengo enyere yem preach so the mitri
okay
there is some wisdom in kwasasem so nipa open nyanse hu no there's no sheda small place where head go as a hard na nyanse
go
the funny baby and comedians are serious-minded people if you know them well, because for your ability to spin the issues, that some of the issues are thorny. Now to me the uncle for firm now maybe say to me my uncle pa na gentleman was kind of be a channel. They cry off a channel. No straight the form of bowa. That is where I get my comfort. These days, the few that come, I think they really enjoy themselves.
Okay, almost
tiase. First we are. O can tree as a canabrofo, o canabrofo as a can tree. These days, people don't worry as you whether
brofo say then.
May now cast a man can tree. I was in a Nigeria movie. I'm a tree. One love a hand, and name Mauritius, no one. Yana saying that you TV cover by for that in tree. Rosalinda, me mamma and a chicken. Also, we pay tree. Do I was a question? Bemano, or no banner, but one pass on Mamma. I'm saying who was adding and Brofona Mentia, me Juana. So if you can do this and appreciate, why don't you appreciate me speaking your own language? What the cover of hey, what the bet hey, and when you know a coca craft fine. Now, patronage and sponsorship, people putting in money to say, you have something that I think can benefit my business, and so therefore I'm partnering with you. I know you need, how much do you need? 20,000 to do a show. I'll pay you 20,000. Do the show. Me and Medi Jimmy Gate. The 20,000 is for the production cost. I'm not even taking anything away. One time, who Kumasi business, but for all friend and come business, no. Or doing some pesca cotonia. Oh, was it? Oh, my home who come, yeah, what a business is here. We'll come to 200 Ghana cedis. it is not the 200 or the 100 or even 1,000 that I'm looking for.
Oh.
I want us to sit and plan because you have this service, you have this product, and I am a marketer, I'm a seller, and I'm a comedian. I think they said they would me high sika call cry for musician bar, Ponka 150,000. So no cry and fly. Maybe mom is 50 net, that's not. Bet my yama benya sapa to now a horn akaka because most companies in Kumasi, if you want sponsorship from them, they will tell you that you have to write to Accra.
Wow.
So not just comedians in Accra, performers in Accra seem to get certain opportunities faster and more juicier compared to those of us in Kumasi. But this is not the end. There's more to come.
The likes of Obi and Amponsah, is it Lexi?
Lexi.
I heard that follow. I heard that you keep to Accra. Who's among the two of you?
I wish the answer the question was put to them. But from where I sit, I call them Starboy, especially Obi. And Obi and Lexi, they have that brotherly.
People are saying it's DKB. Oh no, what is his name? DKB. Are they like on your funny at all?
Why is it not funny?
Like on your
videos. When you're there, you're on paint, the number of them enemy. On your color, walk clock on cotton and hello and it's funny. He's articulate. He's following on issues. Just pay attention and listen. You know, because comedian, look, me a stand-up comedian. That is the best I can do. Skits, me say me pretended to be something I'm not. No, I don't feel comfortable. But on my microphone, now you know why. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you remember it for the rest of the year. That is me. There are others who are not necessarily stand-up comedians, but one also say, "Oh, the camera scene so na kasi emfa drama bimra." Obestima sre drama, obehebi abesre. I give them that chance to do, and I think DKB, Obi Amponsah, Lexi the comic, Funny Face, my good brother Jomo the Joker, Kwakwa to Fear Barcelona. These guys, we are doing our best, and mind you, and I say new ones be about.
Okay.
Them.
Oh, okay.
They are even more cracker than we some of us. I tell you. So we can only pray for a better future, pray for more businesses to show interest in becoming part of the shows, paying to organize the shows, and treating their performers well. And with that, Kumasi Comedy will also go far.
You better Mwasi Bebre for the love and the support shown. You know, because Mensah and I didn't come on the Godson TV now. You better say, be follow, watch and you know, near my Bebra. Social media handles.
I'm everywhere except Snapchat. Facebook is Dan Latte, just Dan and Latte. You'll find me there. Instagram is Dan Latte, just that the other.
Why? Because Mensah better than Latte.
Dan Latte came from college. You know, in 2000 presidential elections, Dan Latte was a presidential candidate. Omoko debate TV na. Obekaya CNN and best our first presidential debate TV somewhere in 2000. Now Mubusa Dan Latte. Question about President Kofo didn't answer you. And there's Mr. Dan Latte. Now I'm going to challenge Hunter God from CNN. Or repeat question instead of yeah. I pay to work. Thank you. Thank you for your question. Thank you very much for your question. And the question again. So I did this impression at our college entertainment, and that was it.
Oh, okay.
So it came from Amtech. And it's taken Yama somewhere in my second year. They made the whole weekend be an uncle. One question, Mensah.
Okay.
Now, my uncle Bakubi was in garden. Was it? Let me, Baba. Let me vice principal and some teachers. No, Mama. Was a vice say, question Mensah, my unity, man. And I take as a cockatcha vice on Uncle Babangu, no question of Vienna. Okay. And there are done any young coco. And I'm friends on train. And I'm a farm, a Baba bag, and we have a name of blue. And I'm a dear Dalati. What the question is okay. And he was shocked to the bone. Okay. Because he had always assumed that Dalati was my name. Yeah.
Wow. Uncle, the honor to Uncle. Happy birthday. That's the same to you. Uncle Dan. Oh, now who do our Dan will be our one. Was the same to you?
Office was can you change the name office?
Oh, Uncle. Okay, Dan Latte. Do you have a YouTube account?
YouTube is Dan Latte. Dan and latte. The latte is Dan underscore latte.
Oh, backspace.
Yeah.
Yatin temo.
There be underscore.
Okay. Oh, YouTube. Underscore there. Instagram.
Instagram. I'm talking about Instagram. Instagram is Dan latte. Dan underscore latte. Latte is LART3.
Okay.
Y.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because
okay. The E was already taken.
Okay.
So both Insta and TikTok is the latte like that. And
oh, you're on TikTok, right?
I'm on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
I do TikTok as well.
I'll say you follow the legend. Nimdiana Dawson. Come on. And I say so. Nipani and a very brave issues. We will tackle issues. You're far away, and then we dissect. He's very deep, very broad. We can dissect and elaborate a lot of things. Rather than there is our first interview on the channel with him. The best have a deal with the part 2 and also be far dimension for program. Senior, me no see. So waji yasuna one abon commander. Yasuna ma be brave. And they say